Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rizka Amelia. Here I want to present a mind map as my assignment for final exam in discourse analysis course. In previous chapter, in the module have outlined a number of different perspectives on discourse analysis and describe different approaches to discourse data analysis. This chapter discuss issues to consider when planning and implementing a discourse analysis project. The chapter concludes with a discussion of the issues to consider in evaluating the quality of a discourse analysis project. First, there is developing a discourse analysis project. Discourse analysis is one of the linguistic approaches that aim to analyze the given units in the language. It also aims to analyze and disassembles the unit and explore them. Bhatia states that discourse analysis is an approach that aims to focus on language beyond the sentence level. It also aims to explore what's beyond the sentence level in a detailed way. Social interpreting and humanities are some of the several approaches that discourse analysis focus on. Moreover, discourse analysis often approaches social communication and interpreting that occurs in social interaction. Cameron has suggested that the one important characteristic of a good research project is that it contains a good idea. That is, the project is on something that is worth finding out about. And there is criteria for developing a discourse analysis project. In her book Qualitative Methods in Social Linguistics, Johnstone lists a number of criteria that contribute to the development of a good and workable research topic. These criteria include a well-focused idea about spoken or written discourse that is expressed as a question or a set of closely related questions. Second, an understanding of how discourse analytic techniques can be used to answer the research questions you are asking. Third, an understanding of why your questions about spoken or written discourse are important in wider context. Fourth, familiarity with and access to the location where your discourse analysis project will be carried out. Fifth, ability to get the discourse data that is needed for the research project. Sixth, the time it will realistically take to carry out the discourse analysis project, analyze the result, and write up the result of the project. Seventh, being comfortable with and competent in the ways of collecting the discourse data required by the project. And the last, being competent in the methods of analysis required for the project. Next, there is choosing a research question. A good place to start in choosing research question is by drawing up a short list of topics that interest you. There are some ways to do research question. First, speaking to other students. Second, asking colleges. Third, asking teachers. Fourth, asking potential supervisors. And the last, looking up related research in the library. Next, there is focusing a research topic. Stephens and Asmar suggest that researchers know that a good research project is narrow and deep. They highlight how important it is for students to listen to more experienced researchers in their field and to be guided by their advice in the early stage of the research. And that is turning the topic into a research question. It is important to strike a balance between the value of the question and your ability to develop a discourse analysis project you are capable of carrying out the project. What you need on your projects are background, expertise, resources, and access to the data needed. And in turning the topic into a research question, you can connecting data collection, analysis, and research question into a table that's shown in the module. Next, there is kind of discourse analysis project. There are a number of different kinds of project that can be carried out from a discourse analysis perspective. There are replication of previous discourse studies using different discourse data but the same methodology, analyzing existing data from a discourse analysis perspective, analyzing discourse data from a different perspective, considering the validity of a previous claim, focusing on unanalyzed genres, mixed methods discourse studies. And the next type of discourse studies or discourse analysis project. Discourse studies project is divided into two types, spoken discourse project and written discourse project. What the different? Speech transient interlocutors usually do not speak at the same time due to physical constraints. They are bound by interactional feature. Example, turn taking. Also, rhapsodic utterances form depend on previous utterance. Speaker can add language as they go along. There are features of conversational cooperation. Use of formulaic expression, ready-made chunks of speech, direct contact between speaker and interlocutors. There is repetition, repair, paraphrasing. Occurs due to simultaneous speech. While writing, permanent, stored and retrieve, response can be delayed. And there are information conveyed is hierarchically ordered within the clause structure characterized by high level of cohesion. And in this course analysis project, you can combining it by other research perspective. A researcher can combine an approach to discourse analysis with a non-discourse analysis perspective on the research. Indeed, often an approach of this kind can provide a fuller and more explanatory perspective on the question under investigation than might be provided with just the one single perspective. And the last, evaluating a discourse analysis project. According to Tyler suggests a number of criteria by which discourse studies can be evaluated. This criteria should be an integral part of any discourse analysis project and should guide readers of the project in their evaluation of it. The criteria are reliability, validity, and replicability. Reliability refers to the consistency of the result obtained in the project, while validity or trustworthiness in qualitative research refers to the extent to which a piece of research actually investigates what it says it will investigate, and the third, or the accuracy of the generalization being made by the researchers. And replicability, finding consistent result throughout investigation into the same scientific subject, each of which has gathered its own data, is known as replicability. Given the degree of uncertainty in the system being studied, two studies may be considered to have replicate if they produce consistent result. Okay, maybe that's all from me. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.